Start recording. Almost forgot to hit the recording thing. So, welcome everybody back to Arknights. You can see I don't know that I've ever used this background. No, I guess I have used this background once or twice before. But, if nothing else, I have changed the menu to what it used to be. Just the blank white. This was the default menu before they allowed the option to change the UI. Admittedly, I did skip out on streaming the contingency contract event that just ended. I just really been busy these last few weeks, just wasn't feeling up to streaming. But I did complete the entire metal set. It was actually surprisingly easy once I knew what to do. The hard part was just getting things set up right. And on that note, I'm actually going to experiment with this a little bit. Let's see, event metal, I think? Yeah, here we go. Let's add that in there. Where does this fit? The fact that the edges of these badges overlap a little bit, it will never stop bugging me. You see this? That's always gonna bother me. I have an idea. Let's try doing it this way. Ooh, that looks really good. I like that. Alright, we'll go with that setup. Sorry about that, trying to talk to a friend of mine. Hello, Bella. Glad you're here. Oh geez, I'm gonna turn that down on my computer. So anyway, enough delay.
Doctor.
We have a couple new events. This just says Content Expansion 1. I don't know exactly what changed. I was looking at it earlier. I don't know what changed. I don't know. I don't know what changed. I'm assuming maybe just new rewards. But up here, we have the new Babel event. And you might notice that looks like the Rhodes Island logo, but it's red with a different tower, and it says Babel. I will get into that later. But for starters, always the most exciting part, let's do some character draws. Let's see if we can get Ascalon. I was hoping to also get some other characters, but these two banners haven't changed yet. I thought the... Let's see, where is it? Yeah, I thought we were going to get this banner here at the same time, but it turns out this one doesn't happen until the 18th, which is a week from today. I'm a little bummed about that, because these two characters, Inez and Stainless, are, I think, the only two 6-star units I do not have now. And Inez keeps popping up in a lot of guides for more difficult stuff. Granted, I haven't needed guides as much lately, but it'll still be handy to have my own Inez. Then I could also have the entire trio of Inez, Hodor, and W. Additionally, I believe I do not have cement. I don't remember if I have verdant. I don't even remember who that is. Same for Vendella, though that sounds a little more familiar. Actually, these two might be... I might have them. I don't know. We'll see. I know I don't have cement, though. So yeah, there's some news. We have a new character, Ascalon, and she is powerful. Deals damage to all targets within range, 50% chance to dodge physical and arts attacks, and is less likely to be targeted by enemies. With the module system turned on, also slows the movement speed of enemies within her attack range by 20%. In addition, talents. Attacks inflict the following effects on enemies. Movement speed reduced by 18% and take 11% of Ascalon's current attack as arts damage per second for 30 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. Which is quite a bit. Attack speed plus 8, gain an additional attack speed plus 6 if there is high ground in the 4 adjacent tiles. All 4 of the adjacent tiles? That's pretty uncommon. I assume they mean if there's high ground in 1 tile. At least 1 tile, rather. We have skills here. We have the basic skill that every ambusher has. There's also endowment. Attack increases. Movement speed of ground enemies in attack range minus 60%, the super stalling. And inflict 1 stack of talent 1 effect on nearby enemies when they are defeated. Or descent. Attack range expands, attack plus 50%, attack interval is significantly shortened, and reduces physical and arts hit rate of ground enemies in attack range by minus 50%. So even less likely to be hurt. More likely to be attacked by enemies, though it probably won't do much. And recovers 8% max HP when enemy attacks miss or upon a successful dodge. So basically, her whole deal is that she slows enemies down and is extremely hard to kill. And then we just have building skills that aren't super important. Well, let's see if we can nab Ascalon. We've got a few draws to go with here. Alright, we got 5-star. And they're all the way at the end. April. And we have a couple of these exclusive single draws as well. Another 5-star. Anybody new?
My code name?
Nope.
It's nothing worth mentioning here. And you, fine soul, are the doctor. That is to say, my new boss? Ah, pleasure to meet you. How can I be of service? Perhaps you would like a back massage, or some chiropractic, maybe?
Mr. Nothing is such a strange character. When he first came out, I thought he was like some sort of crossover character or referential character, because he was just so out of place compared to everything else. I also thought maybe he's a little special because he goes by Mr. Nothing. But he's just kind of okay, and story-wise, he's just kind of there. He doesn't really seem to do anything particularly notable. All we know about him is that he's a really good martial artist, using a style of martial arts that is virtually extinct due to the
Hi, I'm Spock
hunting
from
of the
Operation
people that knew
Reserve
it, I
1006.
believe.
My job is...
Well, still haven't gotten Ascalon, so time to start using the saved-up resources.
Doctor, Rhodes Island has done so much for me. What can I say except thank you? If you need anything, just say the word. I'll do whatever it takes to make it happen.
I don't use him much, but I really like Hummus. He's just a great character. Wait a minute, what happens if I do... What? That was weird. It didn't work for a second. So, Bella, how are you doing tonight?
From Operation Reserve Team A6 reporting in. I'm sorry, my team. Pop car from
More
Operation
white.
Reserve Team A6 reporting in. I'm sorry.
I don't recall if I mentioned it in
Teens
any
are
previous
always
streams, but I'm
fighting
really
each
happy
other,
that Papa
Doctor.
Gar finally has an English voice. I can't explain why, but the way she says her name in the other languages just really bothered me.
하이 박사, 난 우타게야. 이제 막 오퍼레이터가 된 따끈따끈한 신입이지만 취미는
Still no luck. Hey Bella, over there in chat. I'm talking to chat now. How are you doing? How's your night going?
This is Intern Hibiscus. From now on, I'll be in charge of managing yours and every operator's health at
Alright, last draw. Bella said what? Am I too quiet?
Pop car from Operation Reserve Team A6 reporting in.
Pondering a smoke break and maybe a third coffee. Why have you had 2 coffees and why are you pondering a third? Well, still no luck. Time to spend draw materials. Been a while since I had to do this. Still 5 stars. Got Koro Serum, cool. Know you can hear me fine, that's good to know. Here we get a 6 star. That took a while.
I need a job. And being a
Okay, this is
pharmaceutical
Verdant.
company, surely Rhodes Island won't turn down an experienced plant hunter.
I
And the
do
plant
already
hunter
have
in
him. I
question
really like
is
his
none
design.
Other than you what? I just need to sign here. That's it. No fibs.
I love this character design. I love the attitude. I love the voice. Verdant is fantastic. I want to see that guy in an anime.
I'm Melenta. Are you Doctor? Nice to meet you. 医療オペレーターのススーロです。
I don't think I've seen Susuro in a while.
オペレーターたちの指導者って聞いたけど、医者の言うこと。I'm Deep Color, a painter.
Bella said I could see him
Yes,
riding a
just a
skateboard.
painter. Nothing more.
Maybe I can too.
I need a job. And being a pharmaceutical company, surely Rhodes Island won't turn down an experienced plant hunter.
I could see him
And the
riding a
plant hunter
skateboard
in
casually, but
question
not
is
doing
none
fancy
other
tricks
than-
on it. I could see him being
What?
really hesitant to do fancy
I
tricks
just
on a
need to sign here.
skateboard.
That's it. No fibs.
He knows how to jump the skateboard, how to do an ollie. That's it. That's the only trick he knows.
コードネームはバインコーンです。今日からロドスで働く。
Alright, we got
That's
Ascalon.
my only name. Call it a code name if you like. But if you want to update my file, you'll have to speak to Dr. Kaltzit first.
Interesting. So it sounds like Ascalon is actually higher in authority than the Doctor. Or at least she's important enough that the Doctor needs to talk to Kaltzit about it. Very interesting. Well, alright. We got the new op. What do we got here? Upgrade potential. Cool, she's at max now. That's really handy. Crossier's looking a little different, isn't he? I'll get to that in a moment. Let's take a look at Ascalon's file. Codename Ascalon. Combat experience unknown. That's interesting. Date of birth unknown. Confirmed infected. outstanding mobility, combat skill, and arts assimilation, as well as excellent physical strength. Ascalon, a formal Babel intelligence officer. She is now in charge of sweep and responsible for counter-infiltration aboard Rhodes Island. So yeah, I guess her whole deal is that she is an assassin for Rhodes Island. Specifically meant to keep unwanted guests out of the building.
The training paid off. Not bad.
Can I make a few more of those? I can. Because why wouldn't we want to try using this character in the current event?
Sweep was established as an independent unit. It's out of Rhodes Island structures from the very beginning, so this framework doesn't apply to me. You have a new approach? I appreciate the recognition, but those of us in the shadows don't care for glory.
An independent unit. So I guess Sweep is affiliated with Rhodes Island and associated with them, but technically does not work under them? It's sort of like you've got the Army and the Navy, and they work together, but they do not work, but one does not work for the other, you know? I think that's basically what it's like. I think Sweep is like Rhodes Island's version of SWAT. Of course, we want to turn that one on. Crank up skill levels. Now, I'll admit, I don't use her class very often,
The training
but I
paid
do
off.
use it now and
Not
then.
bad.
And she's supposed to be the best one so far. Let's see, can I make enough of those? I can only make 2. Can I build enough of those? Well, let's check out... Oh, we got a new 4-star! I didn't even notice. My bad. Lutonata. A juggernaut. Cannot be healed by allies. What's her deal? Recovers 12% HP when an enemy being blocked by this unit is killed. New skill, stops attacking and deploys a massive shield, creating a powerful magnetic field. Gains plus 45% defense, deals 30% of attack as arts damage to all nearby ground enemies every 2 seconds, and drags all unblocked enemies slightly towards self. So it sounds like a miniature version of, oh shoot, what's she called? Penance. I think her name is Penance. The one from, Syracuse. Codename Lutonata, battlefield cleanup experience 10 years. That's interesting. Date of birth reported as unknown. So maybe she doesn't know her own date of birth? Or claims not to? Excellent physical resilience, everything else is standard. Operator Lutonata, once active in war-torn regions across Bolivar. Unaffiliated with any local organization, she made a living cleaning up after battles. She now receives treatment on Rhodes Island and has signed a cooperative agreement with Logistics, where she will occasionally assist on field missions as a consultant on battlefield conditions. Neat. No skins, of course. What's her voice sound like?
I'm just a girl who cleans up war zones. If you need me for anything, please call me by the name Lutonada.
She seems pretty depressed. Cool, though. See, I played a bit of Arknights earlier, before I started streaming. While I did some
This
other
place
things
still
that I wanted
feels
to
like
do
home.
before I forgot to do them.
Resources received.
Let's see, workshop. Okay. I can build a few of these.
Products received.
I just realized I don't think Verdant gets any bonuses with chips. Oops. I was thinking this cross shape meant any material, but I think that's actually the triangle. Yeah, the triangle is the any material bonus. Oopsie. Is there anybody else here that gets a chip bonus? Just because I keep making chips in the shop currently? Nope, just the same 4 characters. But we got plenty of folks that earn the any material bonus. Let's bring in Magellan.
You even have heated floors? Oh, this is bliss.
Nice.
Products received.
Okay, now. There we go. And I'll crank this up to max to speed up that process.
Products received.
Because in this game, you do not need a bunch of paid-for materials to do that.
Doctor.
And now, promote Ascalon again.
It's not time yet. Only the darkness can shroud all the filth. Doctor, when the day comes that Rhodes Island no longer needs sweep, I'll come to you and take it.
Okay. I can't tell if she means taking away sweep or taking away the filth. I think what she's saying is once Rhodes Island no longer needs sweep, they will take the fall for any remaining shadows or flaws in their history or something. Crazy background, by the way. Let's put this on. I've already kind of looked at these bonuses, but we can't get them right now. No skins except the level skin. And now that we have Ascalon, let's swap out Calcit.
Don't bother checking. It's me. We've got a situation, so I swapped schedules with your other assistant. Don't worry, you'll get used to this.
Huh. I thought all of the assistants were requested, but in Ascalon's case, she just takes over. Okay. Well, that's that stuff. Let's hop into Babel. I opened this up earlier to see what kind of event it was, because I thought it might be a smaller one. Of course it wouldn't be, but this music is gorgeous. Alright, I think that's enough listening for now. So, essentially, what Babel is, the reason the logo looks like this, is because Babel is what Rhodes Island used to be. A while back, the Doctor, Calcit, and a lot of other folks ran under the name Babel. I don't remember what their specific purpose was at the time, but they were still trying to bring about world peace in some manner. I believe they were more of a research group than a pharmaceutical group at the time. Something like that. They were also working either alongside or under Teresa, I think is her name, this lady here, in an attempt to bring about some kind of major peace. Something happened that the Doctor was involved in that led to her death at potentially the worst possible time. Following events led to the collapse of Babel, as well as the apparent death of the Doctor. A few years later, the Doctor has been placed in the sarcophagus machine, I believe it's called, I don't remember, and is brought back to life, kicking off the events of this game as the Doctor has to regain or replace his old memories. He has amnesia, of course. You start the game with amnesia. He remembers none of his history, but everybody else knows it, or at least the ones that were there, which is why Calcit is so cold toward him, is because she remembers what he did. She knows Rhodes Island needs him to achieve their goal, but she's not happy with with the fact that Rhodes Island needed to exist in the first place. She's not happy with the fall of Babel. She's not happy with whatever it was that the Doctor did. I'm assuming this event might finally reveal what happened, but unfortunately I don't know that I will have the time to see all the cutscenes. Maybe I'll have to look up a summarized version of the story sometime. There's a few of those around. Anyway, enough chit-chat. Let's check out a little bit of this. A speck of blood red upon speckless white. Unfinished goodbye. A boy cries in his dreams. To weather the blizzard, a girl wraps him within her cloak and wipes his tears away. Freezing, gusting, the air screams on. Softly the Cyclops tells of an epic tale, far, far away. Through the snowstorm seams, her voice comes. The myriad souls' calls become harmony with it. The boy's whimpers the drum of their beat. This dream is bitter cold. Within the girl seizes a faint breath. She covers the boy's eyes and closes her own. Even now, even here, for them, the ballad from 1,000 years ago is still playing. I have no idea what it's talking about. That's pretty normal for these intros, though. Armies fell upon our home, them I saw from afar. From valleys to hills, our lands they scarred. The king slaughtered, the myriad souls did lament. Yet one sovereign fell, 6 heroes rose. They blew the horn, led the fight, faced their foes. Alas, the wanderer's city collapsed, to ruin swift as the fleeting peace elapsed. When all seemed lost, a black crown appeared. The twins brought hope where dread had reared. Spreads the rift, giving birth to betrayal. An assassin in the heart of tempest, them I saw from afar. A sword to slay the regent king, a spear to pierce the royal ring. Legend ends as justice calls, to righteous fate the mighty falls. That is how this episode ends. The Cyclops fades into the blizzard of the dreamscape, leaving the child behind her. The boy's own cries grow distant from his ears. He wakes. Interesting sky. Outskirts of an abandoned town in Cosdale. That is how this episode ends, Ascalon. My story is over. That is what my people, the Cyclopes, bound for the deep north, saw as they gazed their last of Cosdale. Was that a page from long-lost history? A possible future yet to come? Or plain, meaningless gibbering? None knew for the past millennium, until they came, and fate's rapids began to narrow into a surer course. And now the fate she saw has drawn before her eyes. I don't care. Ah, big man. Very neat looking big man. Scar Eye, huh? Cool name. I want this guy in my party. Oh, sorry, I forgot to read the line. I'm surprised you'd even hear me out. Bright red blood creeps along his mask, trickling down his chest. Ascalon's eyes narrow a hair. He's out of luck. You're about to die, so I gave you one last token of respect. Whose prophecies never did gnaw at you, in all the time we knew each other, no? That's why you will never understand. Pardon me. How a greedy soul thirsts to control his fate. Choose better last words. I know how you hurry to convene with those Babel members, but it's not yet time for you to leave. Look, the catastrophe is near. Funny, I'm curious now. What was it you found within the storm? Step aside. No commission left unfinished. The rule I set myself back when I was at the Scar Market. Excuse me. Alive or... A dawn-like mist is wound about the Cyclops' neck as Ascalon vanishes behind him, leaving his body to dangle over the cliff's edge. You ever seen your own end, then? I don't care for prophecies. We have that in common. The fact is, none of us can outrun fate. Don't you want to struggle out of it? What makes you not? Why can you not? How can you not? Never forget you have your place in the prophecies, too. Let's go with the summaries from here on. Teresa is murdered by the assassins. The banshees sing their dirge for the king of Sarkaz. At Decidor, Calcit races back to Teresa's side, only to find everything long over. So I guess it was Ascalon specifically that killed Teresa. But perhaps the doctor gave the order? And now we get into the actual gameplay. This looks like a perfect place to test out Ascalon on some weaker enemies. Very interesting city block we have here, and of course this is on a roof. I think part of the... Random comment, I think part of the reason I love this music is because it's a waltz. Waltzes always charm me in a strange way. Okay, well, I do like to use some infrequently used characters in these early missions, so let's do those two. Bring out Ascalon. I forgot to boost her level a little bit higher. Let's go up to 60.
The training paid off. Not bad.
Not that it matters for this mission, of course, but... eh. Paprika Warford. Oh yeah, I almost forgot.
Go right ahead at any moment.
I mentioned
I'll
I'd
be
talk
there.
later about Corosium looking different.
With a foot in
It's
the
because we got some new
darkness, the light
skins,
becomes
some new
clearer.
outfits. And they
You wanna
all look
see?
fantastic.
No,
Pinecone looks
you don't
adorable.
belong there.
Cement, the character I do not yet have, just looks really casual, but really nice and pleasant. It's a good look. Very normal look. I guess that's a good way to put it. She looks so normal, but like in a good way. I love the gentle flecks of white in her hair, which is probably normal for her. I do have to wonder about the chain link shield, though. Supposedly with an electrical box on it. And here's Corosirum's new skin. I like the blue complementing the black. It looks very good. And we have a new skin for Cubai. I think this is her second or third skin now. Looking absolutely wonderful. I love the jade. It looks great with her hair. And it's fun new skins. Cool stuff. I've heard Papacar is supposed to be finally getting a skin within the next year or two, I think. Which is nice, because I don't know what the new skin is supposed to look like, but I know that... I don't know, I really don't like that combination of purple shades that Papacar's regular outfit has. Just fun. Let's bring in Passenger, Warmy, and Rock. Actually, let's bring in Delphine as the third one. Who else should I go for? Well, we did just get a new skin. So let's grab Pinecone. We did just get Lutenada. So let's add her.
This is one way to prevent people from dying.
Any guards I can bring in for fun? Whislash got a new English voice. Some of the characters got new voices. And I was talking about how much I like Hummus, so let's bring in Hummus. Why not?
I'm all set.
Of course, my current build doesn't matter too much. These first missions are always fairly easy. But it's nice to put together a team just for the sake of building trust and such. The year is 1030. Teresa and Teresis visit the Scar Market to prepare for the founding of the military commission. Teresa mentions her dream of building Babel again. Building it again? I should mention Teresa and Teresis are siblings. Or is it a case of her dream is to build Babel and she mentioned it again?
Vary the habit of fighting, each to your own.
You're not getting past me!
Flying Boots Mercenary? Interesting. I assume that they become flying units at some point.
You're in a complex environment. Don't go off on your own or you might get disoriented. My sword is honed. Raise your weapons and shields! Not one step back!
So let's drop Ascalon in.
No one can see me.
Okay, so that's how her expansion works.
No! The landscape here is tricky. Only step where I step.
No one knows
Boop.
when you stepped into my domain. They only remember my blade.
I was expecting a more noticeable effect on their lowered speed. Oh well, no biggie.
No! I'm in position. I'm well prepared.
Let's do this, put her here. Whistlash can go here. I'll do this. And this.
And suffer the consequences. 指示をどうぞ。敵はまだまだ持ちますよ。
Easy peasy. Ooh. This place looks like a much spikier version of a Star Wars slum. I have to wonder what that is back there, though. That looks pretty neat. Nomadic City of Cosdil? Cosdil. Or unless it's just called the Nomadic City of Cosdil, as a more like a nameless place within Cosdil. Teresa and Teresis convene the royal court's sovereigns to formally establish the military commission. Meanwhile, with Council's aid, Babel also begins its operations. Oh, so this was the beginning of Babel. Like the very beginning.
I can tell you're a perfectionist. Well, nothing wrong with that.
Learn to fight in the nomadic city of Cosdil. Transverse plate deploying operators requires the assistance of nearby operators. Oh. That's wild looking. I can't remember the last time I heard of a game mechanic that affects deployment positioning like that. Like it affects the field instead of just being like a hot plate or something. Maybe it's happened before, maybe it hasn't. Jessica and Fang. Alright, what have you got for us, game? Instructor Doberman, instructions for further action, please. I'm fine, let's get started with today's training mission. Be wary of hollows in the ground. The nomadic city of Cosdil is far from structurally sound and employs numerous transverse plates to fix itself together. Wow, the nomadic city is far from structurally sound. Well, then how did it get made in the first place? For anyone who doesn't know, by the way, they call it a nomadic city because the technology in this world allows them to build entire moving cities specifically to avoid catastrophic storms that occur in this landscape, which are what are called catastrophes. Operators cannot be directly deployed on these transverse plates and will need operators deployed on regular tiles to provide assistance. So these plates are cheap, rickety repairs that don't have enough space to actually walk on them. It's basically stitches. Construction stitches. So high up here. Instructor Doberman, are you okay? I'm fine. Begin the exercise. Does she have a fear of heights as bad as mine, if not worse? No, mine's gotta be worse, but... Okay, and I guess these guys with their boots are able to traverse these plates. Hostile spotted, moving at high speed towards the objective point. Cruise, get to your deployment point, then pass the stabilizer chain to me.
I won't sleep on the job.
Cruise is in position. Proceed to your designated coordinates now. Deploy to the left and prepare to engage.
Here I am.
So I guess operators need to be within possibly 2 units of each other in order to be placed on these tiles. Very interesting. Is this a stabilizer chain? Yes, shattered transverse plates are found all over Cosdale. Without stabilizer chains, operators won't be able to engage in combat like usual. Stabilizer chains are custom equipment for improving combat conditions. When an operator is deployed to a transverse plate, the last operator deployed within a certain range will throw 1 stabilizer chain to them, ensuring stability. I'm assuming that range is about the same range as probably about the same range as Zhu or Saria's healing. Is it Zhu? Is that her name? The enemies seem to be slowed by the chain. Stabilizer chains can also apply special effects on enemies as a form of defense. But remember, an operator can only hold up to 2 stabilizer chains at once, so you can't chain everybody around one operator. Got it. Well, it so happens that I'm really good at bunching my operators up into impenetrable walls, so hopefully that'll work out for me. Next exercise should be improvised combat. Guess I'll retreat for now as planned. Wait, we're still linked. Cruz, Jessica, stay close. Remember what the exercise is about. Always be mindful of your teammate's status. So linked characters can't just be easily swapped out without rendering them stunned. Why does it have to be so high? She's definitely scared of heights. Deep breaths, 5 more seconds. Now, based on what you've learned, what should you do when your teammates are in danger? You didn't immediately fall into the transverse plate when you lost your stabilizer chain. Instead, you gained the status unsteady. She wants me here? If another operator such as myself is deployed on a normal plate near you in time, they'll be able to throw the stabilizer chain to you. Well done, Fang. But she supposedly fell because she didn't have a chain to hold on to anymore.
Mission accomplished.
Okay, very interesting. I'm really intrigued by this. I'm excited to try it out. And we finally got a small example of Fang's leadership skills. Sarkaz has never been destroyed by war. We are strong. Okay, we got a few of those plates there, but not many. If I were to go all out, I probably wouldn't even need them. What do those enemies do? Flying Boots Mercenary. Excuse me, gosh dang it. Propelled by compressed air cans beneath their feet, Flying Boots Mercenaries raid and plunder on the winds. Capable of evading physical attacks, loses physical dodge against a stabilizer chain. Interesting. What about this guy? Pothelm marksmen. Mercenaries with the Victorian lens on their helms. Thanks to how well their helms block out sound, they have never heard the snickers of other Scar Market mercs behind their backs. Probably just for how dumb they look. Alright. 2 blocks to hold. Works for me, I think. Why not try this setup again, just for the heck of it? Sorry, I forgot it's not automatic. In 1068, a Lithanian Kurfürst locates the nomadic city of Kazdil. The Sarkaz rally under the military commission to defend their home against the impending crisis. What is a Kurfürst? Seems like some kind of threat. So, Bella, over in chat, if you're still there, what's something you still don't understand about this game? You were telling me about not understanding the game earlier.
You're in a complex environment. Don't go off on your own, or you might get disoriented.
I'm well put. The enemy will never see our backs.
Let's do...
I'm here.
that.
Tell me what you read. The aid of the wind. We too can soar through the skies.
And that.
Where is this? How should I know?
She can go here.
Got this. Focus elsewhere.
Bella said at this point just all the characters, but that's just a matter of actually playing. Yep, pretty much.
My sword is raise your weapons and shields. Not one step back.
Ooh, double chain action. That sounds weird.
The aid of the wind. We too can soar through the skies.
Yeah, let's do it this way. Why not?
This place feels a little too cool.
I'm all set to go.
Temporarily takes flight when blocked or facing a stabilizer chain for the first time. Defense is greatly reduced after landing. Scrap assembler. Why do they take flight? And what's that thing in front of their hands? Is that just some kind of scrap armor?
They only remember meet your death.
I'm here to roast their tummies.
There we go. Yeah, it looks like the armor is part of the jetpack, so the reason he loses defense on landing is because he throws away the jetpack. Kazdil charges into a catastrophe to escape pursuit. Teresis takes in a girl from the wastes and names her Ascalon. A boy named Manfred approaches Teresa and Teresis. So we have a young Ascalon joining Babel.
Smells so good. Today was another huge success.
Oh. Well, that's quite interesting. But hey, you know what I can do with this?
Another assignment perfect for testing weapons. Of course, I'm Very pleased to be working with you, Doctor.
I now have an experience to try out Corosirum's new skin. I think the rest of this we can run with. Well, this place doesn't look run down and broken at all. 8 years ago, in 1086, as tensions between Babel and the military commission escalate, Ascalon chooses her side.
If we cross any farmland, watch where you step.
Where are they going to show up
I
first?
don't have the leisure for enemy intel at the moment.
Okay.
Taking care of our
She goes here
operations
then.
has already occupied my full schedule.
I finished construction of the refinement system.
It is getting late, so I'm probably just going to go until I unlock the free character, the
I'm well prepared.
courtesy character, whatever it's called. And then I'll call it a night.
Immediately if you're injured.
Stop! Watch your step. Don't hurt the crops.
She has a deployment of 30? I didn't even notice that. Goodness, that's huge.
I'll be your fortress.
Huh? I thought you wanted me here to fix a log.
Medical equipment set.
I'm gonna want to do this.
Focus elsewhere.
I'm well prepared. The enemy will never see our backs.
Uh-oh.
I can do this.
No, there we go.
Assess the situation first.
That's very not good.
No one knows. Follow me into the shadows.
ここですか?
Okay, I guess it's time to bring out the stronger characters now.
Relax. Nobody wins every fight. Go home, wash your face. Life goes on.
I feel like he'd be a bit of a dunce, but still a great father. Dumb but wise, you know what I mean? I still want to use Ifrit and Corosirem. Why do I have Corosirem higher than Ifrit? I don't remember doing that. Whoops. I should fix that sometime. Keep Ascalon in. Since we just got a new skin for Cubi, let's grab that. Who else should we take? What the hey, why not Tachanka?
Is this the rendezvous point?
Oh wait, we need one more. Let's get creative and use Virtuoso.
What audience have you picked for me today?
My dog is growling upstairs. It is 1:12 in the morning. She should not be growling upstairs.
ETA 6 mics.
Don't bother telling me your names.
たくあん納豆ご飯 serious face.
No one can see me.
I bet I just got a text message asking me to take the dog out.
Let animosity be.
No one knows my name.
I indeed just got a text message asking me to take the dog out. I will be right back, everybody. Alright, I'm back finally. That wasn't supposed to take nearly that long, but my dog came downstairs to go out and decided she wanted to spend 5 minutes chugging the heck out of her water bucket before she went out. So then she went out and decided to sniff around the yard for a bit until I got tired and got her inside. And now we have a first-time chatter that is just a spam bot. Alright. Spam bot has been banned. Let's finally continue this. Sorry about all that, everyone. Hello, Shadow! I just noticed you were hanging out in chat. Glad to have you here.
No one knows my name.
Not know will dredge up originally in veins.
The stressful test phase is now beginning.
Ah, I see.
No one knows right behind you.
Spring breeze, timely rain. Now we sow the grain.
Of course. This is part of work, too.
Now's not the time for the lows. Hellfire, locked and loaded.
That should help.
Shake all you want. Nobody. I'll plant you into the soil to.
Let's actually bring out Cubai. Why not?
Get in the line of death.
Nice green colors.
They only remember. Follow me into the shadows.
Within sheath, the hostile intent is all too clear.
Shake all you want. Nobody cares.
You can order me. I'd like to ensure you all persevere until I can gather enough data.
All right.
Does it hurt? I bet it does.
Wait a minute. What happens if I do this? Nothing. No chains going this way. All right.
I wasn't flesh and bone there.
Meet me. Meet your death.
I forgot I changed her skill to skill 2. Oh well. The ideological conflict between the Sarkaz of Khosdel finally escalates beyond control. Teresa leaves Khosdel with her supporters.
A pleasing result. It seems once we return and I finish collating this data, I'll have some spare time for free movement. Well then, do you have any free time coming up, Doctor?
The way he talks, I cannot tell if he's being genuine or if he, like, has some ulterior motives. He talks like he doesn't actually care about having free time, but wants to sound like he does. Things have not gone according to plan, awakening and exhaustion. That's me these days, waking up still tired. Of course, that's pretty much everybody, but I have such a hard time getting up in the mornings nowadays. Priestess. Haven't seen Priestess in... Well, I don't think we've seen Priestess since the very beginning of the game, for the most part. In 1090, after making meticulous preparations, Calcit and Teresa finally awakened the Doctor, who for the first time makes direct contact with the civilizations of Terra. Okay, so the... Right, so the Doctor was in the sarcophagus originally, and I guess they found him in there and awakened him to see what would happen or something. I don't know. I really need to look at this story more when I have time. This is super interesting. But yeah, I think it's like a heart monitor. Was that intentional? But, yeah, I think the lore is that the Doctor is actually the last remnant of the original humans of Terra that put themselves into stasis several thousand years ago to avoid some major disaster or something. And the Doctor was manually awakened by the Terrans. May have been the only one to survive that long, or they just weren't supposed to wake up yet, but the Doctor was an exception or something like that. Am I the only one that kind of loves how much all of this looks like a circuit board? I wonder if that was intentional too. There will be no reconciliation. I have never shied away from violence. A few more of those ground platforms. Let's see, is it that one I need to beat to unlock the new character? No, level 5. Of course it is. There are 10 levels. And MO, goodness. Then again, this is this year's Stultifera Navis, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's a new Intermezzi. Last year was Lone Trail.
With a foot in the
So I think what's happening is we've got Babel, and then we're probably getting Lone Trail rerun after Babel. And then I think we'll be getting the event that will bring us W Alter, who is a highly anticipated unit, as well as a new 6-star caster with the ability to slow down projectile attacks.
Becomes clearer. You want to see? No. You don't belong there.
Wait, what did she say?
When we face Teresa's, that will be our final curtain call. What about the future? No point in playing with hypotheticals. W, Hoderer, Closure. Those who witnessed Babel's struggle still stand united with Rhodes Island. They are the future. Don't trouble yourself trying to figure me out. Even the old you couldn't manage it. Remember, it's my own choice to vanish from your sight. With my duty fulfilled, I won't be interfering with Rhodes Island's future plan. But when you need me, I'll be there. That HR op wants me to take a break? I know she means well, but I won't rest until she's willing to take a break herself.
She's not saying the thing I was curious about.
One of Fleet's functions is to take care of her work while she's out. We might as well keep things as they are. What's Sweep established for? You don't need to know.
Goodness, that was a long-winded one. So we have one exit, but 2 ways to get to it. Easy peasy. I'm a little annoyed that so many of these missions just have half the road blocked off and just a few of the unique squares. I was hoping to need some more creative character placement. Well, I certainly don't think I need Ifrit and Chorus Serum this time. Yeah, they don't really have any special lanes to work with. Let's try passenger.
どうしてもっとたくさんの仲間を入れないんですか？その方が効率がいいのに。
そのうちわかります。
I forgot passenger has 2 voices.
出会うにつれ理解することになります。
Let's bring out Ash just for fun.
It's ready.
And yeah, let's call that good there. Ooh, this is pretty. Don't know why it looks half painted, but the doctor leaves Babel to learn more about Terra and rescues a child by the name of Amia. Ah, our first meeting with Amia, the mascot of the game.
Keep track of my position. I'm ready to strike.
What tones
I just realized that's a new unit. And quite the scrapper unit. Is that a kid? Well, what I'm gonna do is this.
Serious face.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Hiya. Let animosity be gone with the blow.
He can go here.
人こそが最後の兵器なのです。
I'm all stocked up. Clear.
Nice. I'll do this.
A word I've not heard in a long, long time.
And this.
Guys, you're all lucky. Here.
I'm all stocked up. Clear.
What's your skill do? Ooh. That's really short, but really neat. Lasting for 4 seconds.
Hiya. Shake like water.
Let's do this.
To you. I plant you into the soil to grow anew.
And now speed things up.
I'm all stocked up. Let's get started.
The comfort suffering. Look.
I'm all stocked up. Watch for the blast.
Want a candy? Take like water.
練習であると思えば良いのです。練習で戦うことで何を得られるというのでしょうか。
Alright, Passenger is doing pretty good so far.
Oh yes, my
All stocked up.
Ash is actually really, really good for an anti-air. Even nowadays. Some of my friends are saying she's just kind of passable now, but I'm like, nah, I think she's actually still pretty good. I need to turn this on.
When summer leaves a white dew. Seed the plains when equinox paints russet hue.
Okay. That was cool. That's my first time using Passenger. Or at least using his skill. Could be better, but I like it. It's very neat. The Doctor takes Amiya back to Babel and decides to help her and the other infected as part of Babel. Teresa shows the Doctor the hope that she has created through Originium.
Good, good. I had no idea you were so clever and learned. I was going to ask you help me make my atang, but with such a good head on your shoulders, I'm feeling a little bad now.
Why would you feel bad about asking someone for help? Some Sarkas continue to seek a path of peace. Okay, now we have more of these tiles going on. This is a little more interesting. Alright.
Go right ahead at any moment.
I'll keep this build for now. What mission is this? This is mission 5. So this will be the mast... The mast... I almost said mastolition. I hope neither of those is an offensive word. Ooh, cool place. Looks a bit desolate, though. Bella said, yes, be right back for smoke break. Well, I'm going to be ending the whole stream once I'm done with this mission. You might as well wait a minute. Teresis receives an invitation from a Victorian duke. Babel's conflict with the military commission breaks out into full-scale war, bringing an end to 2 centuries of peace in Khasdel. Bella said, initiate chimney mode mastolition. Chimney mode? I guess it is called Fires of Uprising.
Don't waste too much energy on the road.
And, well, you know what a fire does when it's in a chimney? It goes up. Can I place her summons on those tiles? It doesn't seem like it. I'll place her here instead.
Serious face.
Okay, I can. And you can go here. In hindsight, I really should have put it on the ground. Oh well. That works anyway. What the heck are those things? Are those giant guinea pigs?
I got this. Focus up.
I wasn't supposed to ask clear skies.
They only remember
Boop.
meet your death.
Ready to go. Stay clear of the blast.
Okay, let's speed this up a little bit. And you can go here. Boop.
Arginian particles. Let's
I'll
not
take
stay
you
too long.
out and put you in.
Improv. From us. I wasn't supposed to go the mountains.
Beautiful. Fantastic. Now it's just these two slowpokes.
No one knows my name.
リュウさんの感触を覚えています。
I'm gonna let this one get in range of the arguably stronger characters.
練習で復習終わったのです。
Okay, that didn't do nearly as well as I'd hoped.
リュウさんのこれらのデータがいかにして誕生したかはピュア
Feel your own self to your heart's content. Flesh and bone.
Okay,
bear
why is that
roots,
thing not dying?
Mounds and ruins.
That first
beneath
one went down
fields.
much easier.
A true battlefield. This is the right place to settle things.
There we go. Much better.
Accomplished.
Oof, that's quite a war zone looking place. The supporters of Teresa, fighting for the ideals of Babel, perform spectacularly in the war. The balance tilts towards Babel.
That was close. I almost... anyway, good thing I managed to pull through in the end. Sorry, Doctor. Please give me a minute.
Okay.
I need to get my emotions
Those are the
under
first
control.
5 missions of this. Let's check out this new character.
Maybe you don't remember me, Doctor. I used to work for you a long time ago. Oda. That's my name.
Alright. Dude looks really rough. Kind of reminds me of... He kind of... So he's not bulky like they are, but he reminds me of the Gorons in Breath of the Wild. Though his art style also kind of reminds me of Skyward Sword. What is this guy's weapon tool thing here? This thing looks clunky as all heck. But I guess that's what everyone here is working with. It seems like their society's built on scraps. It's like, how did you find all these scraps if you got nothing of actual quality? Let's take a look at new guy.
With a foot in the darkness, the light becomes clearer. You want to see?
AoE and crowd control. Earthshaker.
I don't
Okay, he's
belong
our
here.
first Earthshaker unit. Attacks deal 50% of attack as AoE physical damage to enemies around the target. Rai McKeand is the voice actor. Interesting name. Combat experience 18 years. Date of birth January 1st. Oda, once a member of Babel, now makes a living as a messenger in Kosdal. He frequently visits Rhodes Island, carrying letters and packages, and will occasionally accept field missions in the Kosdal region. Wow, I can't even get him to level 50. I have no money. Let's boost this up at least. Increases the attack of the next attack to 165%, and splash area is also increased. Ooh. That's really nice. Attack plus 9% after this unit deals physical damage 45 times. That's a lot. Attack plus 40%, defense plus 40%. Splash attack causes units with weight 3 or less to levitate for 0.5 seconds. Cool. Sounds like you could make a lot of synergies with this guy. No skins, of course. Okay, so that's a giant mallet that seems to, for some reason, have a heated surface. Unless this is actually some kind of rocket and he swings it the other way. Like Reinhardt style. Alright, very neat. I just realized there's something I forgot to do in my collection here. So I'm gonna boop. I swear there's somebody else I forgot to... I don't really use this much, but I like to apply it to the 6-star units in the game. And some of the 5 stars and other units that get used on a regular basis. I don't know that I have ever used Schwartz. I don't even remember. So many guards, man. And they're all so good. Well, alright. I'm getting tired. It is really late. I need to be going to bed. And we have seen some of the Babel event. And we also got Ascalon. So, with all that said, thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you would like to see past content that I have made or keep in touch with me and other followers, you may find my YouTube and my Discord and my Twitch profile. If you are watching this on YouTube, you may find my Twitch at the Winter Prince 52. I believe that's everything. Thanks again, everyone, and have a good night.